we rolling?
Yes, we are.
Oh, awesome, okay. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Ceberano and this is my YouTube channel where I talk about lots of different things. I talk about business, I talk about career, I talk about travel, fashion, lots of stuff. Sometimes I do some Q&A videos with my husband Phil, who's loads and loads of fun. But today I'm coming at you from my office. I'm sitting at my desk, I've got my laptop, I've got my computer here. Today's video is a collab video with my gorgeous friend Elle Florence. She is based in Canada and she has a YouTube channel as well. She is an amazing career woman and she also makes the most incredible pearl necklaces and bracelets. If you don't know Elle, I'm sure you do though, but definitely go over and check out her channel. So if you head over to Elle's channel, she is doing a video all about how to land your dream job, and my video is all about how to keep your dream job or how to be the best employee that you can be. So here are my top 10 tips of how to be the best possible employee or a dream employee, and they're definitely the traits that I look for when I'm hiring someone new or I'm looking to promote someone within my business. My first tip is attitude and mindset. It's so important to have a really positive mindset when you come into the workplace. So even if you've had a really rubbish weekend or you're having a rough time personally, you need to come to the office or come to your workplace and put that professional hat on. Whilst it's important to have fun at work, it's also really important to know that you're actually there to achieve some goals, and at the end of the day, you're there to make the business money. So you need to be really positive, you know, have a really up vibe about you, be friendly to everyone. We have a rule in my business. We have 3 rules actually when hiring. It's all about, you have to be amazing obviously at the job that you're doing. You have to get along with everyone in the organization, and thirdly, you have to love the culture. Also, the other thing about being positive is make sure that you leave any bitchiness or any drama at the door before you come into an organization. There's nothing worse as a boss or as a manager is hearing little bitchy comments happening around the office or hearing drama. You know, we just don't need drama at work. We're busy enough in our day job that we have so much to get on with. So you're there to do a job. It's important to have fun and get along with the people around you. Just put your professional hat on, have a really great positive mindset, and that is going to be a great thing for you and your career. So my second tip is love the company you work for. Really understand the company's values and also the brand of that business. If you're constantly looking over your shoulder, looking at the competition and saying to your team, oh, look at what X, Y, and Z have been doing. Oh my gosh, they're so amazing with what they do. Gosh, that must be an amazing place to work. You're not really gonna do yourself any favors at the organization that you're working for. So just be mindful, you know, the grass isn't always greener, and as a boss or as a manager, if I heard anyone in my team constantly referring to the competition, my thought would naturally be, well, if they're so good, go and work for them. So definitely breathe and live the culture and the company that you're currently working for, and really embed yourself into that organization, and I think that will make a massive difference to the development and also the promotion of your career. Tip number 3 is upskill and be super eager to learn more and develop your own skills. So if anyone in my organization came to me and said, hey, I've been Googling and I found this amazing mini course or this networking event that I really want to attend, I think it will really help me within my career but also within my particular role, I would be all up for it. I'd be so positive and I'd so supportive. I would pay for them to go and do the course. I would pay for them to go to that event. I think wanting to upskill yourself really shows a passion for your craft, and it shows great initiative as well. Tip number 4 is think of yourself as a brand. So think of all the amazing brands out there and think about the way that they present themselves. So think about the way that you're dressing. I always like to dress, or I say to my team, dress for the job that you want. You know, it's all about the way that you come across. First impressions certainly do count. And I think it's just about taking pride in your appearance as well. Presentation really is very key in so many jobs and so many careers out there. So definitely take pride in the way that you present yourself, and also think about the way that you talk or what the things that you talk about. Think of yourself as a brand, create a brand for yourself, and definitely be that brand. You know, think about brands that inspire you or people that inspire you, and then just create your own unique brand. It's definitely got to be authentic and it's got to be real to who you actually are, but it's definitely a persona that you can apply for your professional life. And also, just on that point, also remember that your social media platforms reflect your personal brand or your professional brand as well. So just be really careful with what you're putting on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, especially if they're public profiles as well. we've had a few little incidents throughout the years of employees, saying certain things on Twitter or on Facebook or Instagram, and if they've got listed the organization that they're working for on their social media account, you're actually representing the company or the business that you're working for. So just be really mindful of the things that you're putting out there, the way that you're saying it, and how you're being portrayed, because now it's so easy just to Google someone's name and all that information on you comes up, and people are judging you the moment that they Google your name. So just be mindful of that, especially with your social media accounts. My next tip is don't be a clock watcher. There is nothing worse as a boss or a manager for someone that turns up exactly at 9 a.m. and then they're clocking out at 5 p.m. Do the work, put in the effort, put in that extra effort to be super organized and to be efficient. And then if everyone else around you is looking really busy and you're the first person to leave, you're not really acting as a team member. So I think it's really important to, say, okay, I finished all my work for today. Is there anything else that I can do for anybody else who's struggling, or can I take something off your plate to make your day or your evening a little bit easier? I think that is a great tip actually. One of my employees always does this. If I'm working back late, she'll come upstairs and she'll say, why are you still here? You always work so late. Is there something that I can do to help you or make your life a little bit easier? And oh my gosh, dream employees that can do that. So that is definitely a great tip that I can pass on to you guys as well. Tip number 6 is try to be a step ahead of your manager all the time. So get to know your manager, really understand what their goals are, and try to be a step ahead. So for example, if you're going to a meeting with your boss or your manager and they don't ask you to take notes in the meeting, take notes in the meeting, show that initiative, be that step ahead. So then after the meeting, go back to your desk, type up those notes really quickly with action points, circulate them to everyone that was actually in that meeting. Your boss or manager will be so impressed that you did it without being asked. Initiative is so key and will definitely help you get promoted much quicker, and you'll be seen as a dream employee, because really as an employee you want to be known as that person that's really helpful. You are really hired to make your boss or your manager's job or life so much easier. So always try to be a step ahead and just think, okay, my boss has a really full-on day today, what can I do to make their job a little bit easier? Tip number 7 is think in solutions, not problems. So if you're having a few issues at work or a particular situation isn't going to plan, instead of going straight to your manager or your boss with the problem, think of at least 3 solutions to help that problem. This will show to your manager or your boss that you have great strategic thinking, but also great problem solving skills as well. And this will show, again, great initiative. Tip number 8 is don't allow for any surprises. So if you're imagining that something is going to go wrong or you see a problem escalating, let your boss or manager know ASAP. Certainly go to them with the problem and also a solution of how to fix that problem, but let them know and keep them in the loop. No one likes surprises. Tip number 9, and I'm a really big fan of this, choose your battles. Things are gonna just not go to plan all the time. So choose your battles and don't sweat the small stuff. If something happens or a situation occurs, just think to yourself, is this problem going to affect me in a week's time? If it is, all right, take it to your manager and have a chat. But if you're constantly that employee that goes to your manager and just whinges and moans about he said this, she said that, you're not going to be very enjoyable to manage. So don't sweat the small stuff, choose your battles, and only take problems to your manager that is really outside your control. There's some things that you'll be able to handle without speaking to your manager, and you should be able to handle them straight away and not put it on your manager's radar, because your boss and your manager actually has enough on their plate, and they've got different stresses, they've got different demands, they've got different goals to meet day in, day out. So you don't want to overload them with all your stress. So if there's situations that you can handle personally, go ahead and handle them, and just don't sweat the small stuff and choose your battles. My final tip is, if you say you're going to do something, do it, and always abide by deadlines. Always make sure that you meet your deadlines. In fact, go one step further and beat your deadline. So say you've got a document or a piece of work that is due on Friday, I would actually mark in my diary for that piece of work to be due on the Wednesday. That allows you enough time to sit down and meet with your manager and show them the work that you've already done, It will then allow your manager to give you feedback, and then you'll be able to go and make changes. And then by the Friday, the document is actually perfect because you've taken the time to sit down, get some feedback, make the changes, and then present it back to your manager on the Friday on the actual due date. So there you have it, guys. They were my top 10 tips of how to be a dream employee. I've had heaps of fun making this video and look forward to bringing many more work-related videos. So if you've got any questions about the workplace or career or business ideas, leave them below and I'll certainly do more videos in the future. And if you haven't subscribed to Elle's channel, definitely go across and say hello to her from me, and we look forward to bringing you more collab videos in the future. I hope you're very, very well wherever you are in the world, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. Bye.